Happy days, my fantastic friends. How you all doing? Good stuff. Am I a bit too close in? I don't know. Right, I've bought some things that I'd like to share with you, some coins, and I'm going to put some pictures up of where I've bought them from, or where they were in situ when I bought them, because you'll be amazed. And I'll show you them at the end of each coin that I'm going to show you, right? Because I'm quite amazed. Right, so the first one I picked up is this one, and this is a £5 coin. Let's get it out of its plastic sleeve, and we can see there we've got Ian Rank Broadley's fourth portrait of Her Majesty, and quite clearly down at the bottom we've got £5. It's a bit condensation on there. It's not a proof or anything like that, but it's still a pretty nice coin. Milled edge or reeded edge, and we've got here a couple of images, and this is Britannia on the top merging into Marianne down at the bottom, and basically this is the anniversary of, well, it's Enete Cordial. I think I pronounced that wrong. I'm going to bank that I've pronounced that wrong, but basically it's an agreement between Britain and France. So we've got the two symbols of the countries, Britannia at the top and Marianne at the bottom. Marianne being basically the goddess of liberty from the late 1700s, when France turned into a French republic, and this agreement that happened in 1904, boosted Anglo-French relations, which is quite neat. And the mintage figure on this coin is 1.2 million, so not massively minted, and you won't find it in your change either. But this was in a nice little antique shop. I think this design is by David Gentleman as well. So I'm going to put a little picture up. I'm going to get the coin to the side. I'm going to put a picture up, and it'll show you how much I paid for this. Bearing in mind, I could bank this in a bank for £5. Crazy, isn't it? I paid £4 for it. £4, bonkers stuff. But yeah, I like that. I'll pay £4 for a fiver any day of the week. Right, so once I bought that and I'd gone away, there were a couple more, but I didn't buy them there and then. I didn't have enough pocket money, So I went away. A couple of days later, I went back into this same little antique shop, and I looked for another £5 coin, which was going for £5. It was Trafalgar £5 coin, and I wish I'd have bought it, but it wasn't there. But what was there was a full set of 2016 and 2017 Beatrix Potters, bunk ones. Now, I picked up this one. I didn't want the whole set. I couldn't justify spending an amount on a full set of coins, which I can technically find in your change, can't you, really? So I just bought the rare one. And again, we know this is Jemima Puddle Duck. The mintage figure is 2.1 million, designed by Emma Noble. On the back, it's got a tiny bit of toning. I don't know if it'll pick that up. It's got a tiny bit of toning, but not much. But for a bunk puddle duck, I thought this was a giveaway. You pick these up off of eBay for around about £10, maybe even pushing £15 on a lucky day. But again, I'm going to put a nice little picture up to the side, and if you focus in, zoom in, whatever you need to do, or whatever I need to do when I'm editing the video, it'll show you how much I paid for this. So bearing in mind, if you were to buy it new when it came out from Change Checker, it cost you what, £4.50 plus the postage on there. So yeah, I paid a fiver for this, and I'm quite happy at that. £5 for a bunk puddle duck is I think is a steal. But let me know your views, folks. I could have bought them all, well, I couldn't have bought them all, but if I'd have bought them all, I'd have been in trouble. But they all look quite nice, don't they, in bunk condition. Right, the next coin I'm going to show you is not a circulating coin. It's just a bit of something, and it's this. And I visited Pontefract Castle. I live quite close to Pontefract Castle, and this was a key castle during the the Civil War and the siege, and that's an image of the castle. It doesn't look like that now because it got absolutely totaled, first by all the fighting during the medieval times, and then by the Civil War itself. And then when the Civil War was finished and done and dusted, the people of the Pontefract and the surrounding areas didn't want any wars or anything like that happening again in their doorstep, so they destroyed the castle as well. The castle belongs to the Duchy of Lancaster, which is strange for a Yorkshire castle. But the Duchy of Lancaster is, or the Duchess of Lancaster is the Queen. So I don't live too far away from the Queen. And it's a siege coin. It's a reproduction. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic because it seems like it's got some moisture in there somehow, and if I pull it out, it's going to pull the image off. So I'll keep it in the plastic. So we'll just have to grin and bear with the glare. But yeah, you can see a coin there, and this would have been produced, or the originals would have been produced inside the castle from sheet steel, or sheet silver, should I say, that have flattened some of the priceless silver, flattened them out and made coins out of it. And of course, brutally cutting it out with some like tin snips, big industrial scissors. And sometimes when you find clipped coins, that's what they do. They clip little bits off the edge and then melt that bit down and make a new coin out of it. A little bit of info on the back. So there were two different kinds of coins. I only bought the one, and I paid £2.50 I think for this. And it's a reproduction siege coin struck in Pontefract Castle during the English Civil Wars of 1648 to 1649. The diamond-shaped coin, that's not this one. The diamond-shaped coin is showing support for the imprisoned Charles I. The octagonal coin bears the inscription "Post-mortem Patris pro filio," after the death of the father for the son, or something like that, and shows support for Pontefract Castle's royalist garrison and support for Charles II following the execution of his father Charles I. The siege coins were used to help maintain pay for the garrison under the siege and were probably made from flattened silver plate found in the castle. There we go, Pontefract Castle. Yeah, so I paid a couple of quid for this. Now, the lady in the castle said if you find one buried in the ground, you're talking around about 8 or 9 grand. So that's a coin to look out for. But right, I just thought I'd share that with you, my fantastic friends. And until next time, take care of yourself, stay safe, happy days.